What is going on, team? It is Jeff Nail here reporting live on a Thursday afternoon. The temperature outside is hot. We've got the air conditioning blasting. It's not that hot, but if you're in Arizona, you got to complain about something, so why not complain about the heat? Jeff Nail here again reporting live, about to get on the 10 going north. It's looking clear. Traffic is looking it's looking like it's moving, Tim. Not gonna lie, it's rush hour right now, but we're in the middle of a pandemic and traffic is non-existent, Tim. So back to you in the studio. Oh man, what can you do? I hope that everybody's doing well. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. I'm headed to a conversation right now. I'm going to be talking about relationships, believe it or not. That's what Jeff talks about often. I've been watching a lot of my videos, and I notice that I say often a lot. And I just wanted to get a sample size case study. Who pronounces the T in often? I'm going to look that up when I get back, when I stop recording, when I get to my dictionary, whatever the case may be, to see if it is proper. And regardless of being proper or not, how many people pronounce or enunciate the T in often? Is it silent? Is it loud? I don't know. For me, it's loud. I like often. I'd like you to know. But that's neither here nor there. I'm headed to a conversation to talk about relationships. To be honest, I didn't want to have this conversation about relationships because we'll just leave it at because. But no disrespect, no shade. We'll just leave it at because though. I just wasn't really up to have the conversation when it was initially brought to my attention. Yet and still here we are, on our way to have a conversation about relationships. I feel like I am, and this isn't to toot my own horn, but based on my mentality, I am pretty stuck in my ways. And I know typically that's not the way you want to be. However, in being stuck in my ways, I am one of the most flexible people on the planet. I am totally open to new ideas, new beliefs, things of that nature. I'm totally open to being absolutely incorrect. But with that being said, I'm pretty stuck in my ways. And I'll tell you why. I'm stuck in my ways because I've had a lot of experiences and I'm very thoughtful in my actions, my words, my language. And for that reason, and I'm very open to admitting error, very open to admitting ignorance, and so on and so forth. So I say all that to say that I'm pretty stuck in my ways. Because I've had a lot of experiences in relationships, in courting, and honestly even more so in business and prospecting. And what I have found in relationship building and relationship deepening is that we as a people are just not in tune with our words and our language. And even if we are in tune with our words and our language, the information is so jumbled up here that it doesn't come out the way we're thinking it all the time. And I'm not holier than thou in this situation, as I have been in that same position as well, where I have not spoken my thoughts as well as I could have several times. And like, we'll just go with all of my relationships that I've had, because here I am with an empty passenger seat. You know, so no shame, no guilt, no whatever. And I mean, like, honestly, an empty passenger seat doesn't even, that's not even like a definition, because there are people with a full passenger seat that should have an empty passenger seat, if you know what I mean. Hey! But let's get back to the subject. I feel like we are not masters of our words, and we don't understand the power of our words. I've shared this indirectly with some books that I've read, but this is more my philosophy in this. And, you know, I've shared it several times on social media, if you follow me there. But our words are so powerful. So powerful. And when I mention the power in our words, yeah, I'm mentioning the traditional style. You know, talking to people, talking about people, talking to people, being open and candid, and so on and so forth. But just as powerful as your words are to other people, man, our words are so powerful to ourselves. Man, I've done so much work on my words and my language for myself, and indirectly for others, by placing yets at the end of things that I don't feel that I'm the greatest at. You know, I put it into perspective like this. I used to work for a retail bank. I shared this with a lot of people. And we had an initiative for our customer service and satisfaction scores and initiatives, if you will. And there was a list of words that we were not to use. So you can kind of think of like these fast food restaurants, and like, you know, you go to these stores now and everything is like Stepford Wives, like, my pleasure, oh, it's my pleasure. You know, like, you know, back in the day you used to hear people say, hey, no problem, hey, no problem, hey, it's nothing. And corporations got on board, but I don't think that they've explained it as well as they could have, of getting rid of some of these words that aren't necessarily empowering. You know, so thinking about no problem versus my pleasure, you know, you're putting the word problem out there in the universe. You know, and that's where I say that words are so powerful, because like the word problem is a problem. You know, so I mean, like, you hear people talking about like, hey, how can I solve this problem? How can I solve this problem? And more we're hearing people like, well, here, what are the solutions? Let me provide some solutions. You know, because solutions is a more positive word. It's powerful as well. You know, and it's more, it's, in addition to being powerful, it's positive. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing with no problem and my pleasure. You know, you're putting pleasure out there instead of putting problem out there. So immediately, you know, the monkey brain, if you will, as my boy Jay Shetty would say, is focused on pleasurable experiences and encounters versus having a focus on problematic experiences or encounters. So, what words, phrases, thoughts are we putting on ourselves in everyday actions and reactions? And how are they affecting us, either positively or negatively? And I know some of you are like, that doesn't apply to me, Jeff. Hey, that doesn't apply to me, Jeff. And I would humbly say that you're wrong and I'm right. Because I think that there are so many things that happen in our brain that are similar to a chemistry. I'm approaching some traffic, so just looking up. But that are kind of like a chemistry experiment. You know, you don't even realize what's happening until something starts smoking. And things don't always smoke at the at inception of mixing chemicals, if you will. You know, looking at the periodic table and things. So you know, if you're thinking about like the alchemist and alchemy in your brain, think about how powerful these words are. I mean, like, I think that a lot of truth is said in jest, and you think about curses, if you will. You know, like the world is all about curses. You know, whether we're the Boston Red Sox, or whether we're the LA Clippers, whether we're the Detroit Pistons, the Detroit Tigers. You know, we're big into curses. Like, oh man, you're cursed. But we think magic when we think about curses. When, I mean, like, we are truly having these words put in the universe. And it's not like, you know, it's not like a magic wand where things are going to just happen out of the blue or happen immediately. But our words are so powerful, man. And if we can understand that and kind of shift our way of thinking in our conversations, in our debates, in our arguments, how we talk to ourselves in the mirror, you know, we can begin the shift, if you will. So that's all I've got. I feel like I have to get in tune with this traffic right now, because it's getting a little thick, if you will. So we'll talk soon, team. Until next time.